There are signals we send into the void, and signals that find us first. This is WREN signal. Some signals are never meant to be clear. June 30th, 1908, early morning in Siberia. The air was cold, still. The sky was clear. Villagers in a remote settlement along the Tunguska River began that morning the same way they began every other. Until 7:17 a.m., the sky to the north exploded. A blinding light, brighter than lightning, so hot that people believed the sky itself was on fire, followed by a sound heard over 1,000 kilometers away, and more than 80 million trees fell flat at once. In a moment so brief, almost no one understood what had just happened. The force of the Tunguska explosion has been estimated at the equivalent of a 10 to 15 megaton nuclear weapon. More than 1,000 times the power of the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. People standing 60 kilometers away were knocked off their feet. Windows shattered, in towns hundreds of kilometers distant. The shock wave from the blast traveled around the entire Earth twice. And in the nights that followed, the skies over Europe and Russia glowed with an unusual light, bright enough that people in London could read books outdoors at midnight without a lamp. The event occurred in an area remote enough that no deaths were officially recorded. But had it happened above a populated city, it would have erased that city from the map instantly. Scientists did not reach the site to investigate until 1927, 19 years after the event. What they found in 1927 was something no one was prepared for. Millions of trees, flattened outward from a central point, every single one pointing away from the same place, in perfect order, in perfect lines, stretching as far as the eye could see. But at the very center, some trees were still standing. No branches, no leaves, burned black, standing straight, silent, like witnesses with no voice. They had not fallen because the force came from above, not from the ground. Something had exploded above that forest, pressed everything flat, then disappeared. And that is what made scientists go quiet. No crater, no debris from space, nothing at all. A force of that magnitude, and nothing left behind to prove what caused it. Humanity has been trying to explain this event for over 100 years. The theory most scientists currently accept is that a comet or asteroid, roughly 50 to 80 meters in size, exploded in the atmosphere before impact. This is called an airburst. The heat and pressure of the explosion destroyed the object completely, which explains why there is no crater, no debris, nothing. But no space material has ever been conclusively identified at the site. Not one piece of evidence that everyone agrees on. Some believe it was a ball of ice from a comet that vaporized completely upon entering the atmosphere, which would also explain why nothing was left behind. And some have spoken about Nikola Tesla. At that time, Tesla was experimenting with wireless energy transmission through the atmosphere. At his Wardenclyffe laboratory in New York, there are rumors that he aimed his antenna in the direction of Tunguska not long before the event. No evidence has ever proven this. Over 100 years have passed. The forest at Tunguska has recovered. New trees have grown back across the land, green, quiet, still, as if nothing happened. But if you know what to look for, you can still see it. The lines of fallen trees, radiating outward from the center, still there. The forest remembers that morning, even if we still don't know what happened. Perhaps the most haunting thing about Tunguska is not the force of the explosion, not the scale of it, but the fact that something from the universe touched our world with enormous force, then disappeared, leaving no answer behind. And the forest at Tunguska still stands with that secret, in silence. This was WREN signal. Some signals are never meant to be clear.